man, Your Excellency. This man is mischief. I think you must hear the girl, sir.
Peace. What would you tell us, Mary Warren?
She never saw no spirit, sir.
Never saw no spirits?
Never.
She has signed a deposition.
No, I accept no depositions. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given the story out in the village?
We have not.
He's come to overthrow the court. This man
I pray you, Mr. Paris. Do you know, Mr. Proctor, that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through the children?
I know that, sir.
And you, Mary, how came you to cry out the people for sending their spirits against you?
It were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
It's for a pretend, she says.
Ah, and the other girls? Susanna Walcott and the others? They also pretending?
Aye, sir.
Indeed.
Excellency, you cannot think to let such a vile lie be spread in courts.
Indeed not. But it do strike hard upon me that she would dare to come here with such a tale. Now, Mr. Proctor, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here. It melts down all concealment.
I know that, sir.
And you are certain, in your conscience, mister, that your evidence is true.
It is, and you will surely know it.
And you thought to declare this revelation out in open court before the public.
I thought I would, with your permission.
Now, sir, what is your purpose in doing so?
Why, I would free my wife, sir.
Have you ever seen the devil, Mr. Proctor?
No, sir.
And you are, in all respect, a gospel Christian?
I am, sir.
Such a Christian that will not come to church but once in a month.
Not come to church!
Your Honor, I cannot judge the man on such evidence.
I judge nothing. I tell you straight, mister. I've seen marvels in this court. I've seen people choked before my eyes by spirits. I've seen them struck by pins and slashed by daggers. I have, until this moment, not the slightest reason to suspect that the children may be deceiving me. Do you understand my meaning?
But who tells us Rebecca Nurse murdered 7 babies? It is the children only. And this one will swear she lied to you.
Mr. Proctor, this morning, your wife sent me a claim in which she states that she is pregnant.
My wife? Pregnant?
There be no sign of it. We have examined her body.
But if she says she is pregnant, then she must be. That woman will never lie, Mr. Danforth.
She will not.
Never, sir. Never.
We have thought it too convenient to be credited. However, if I must tell you now, that I will let her be kept another month. And if she begin to show her natural signs, you will have her living yet another year. What say you to that? What say you, sir? You say your only purpose is to save your wife. Will you drop this charge?
I think I cannot.
Then your purpose is somewhat large.
He's come to overthrow the court, Your Honor.
He has not come to hurt the court, Excellency. Please, hear his deposition. There are people that testify that this is a good man.
What deposition do you have for us, Mr. Proctor?
I'm no lawyer.
The pure in heart need no lawyers. Proceed.
Will you read this first, sir? It's a sort of testament. The people signing it declare their good opinion of my wife, Rebecca, and the others.
Their good opinion.
They've known the woman for years, sir, and they've never seen no signs of dealing with the devil.
information do you have for us?
This is Mary Warren's deposition. I would ask you to remember, sir, while you read it, that until just 2 weeks ago, she were no different than the other children are today. You saw her scream. She howled. She saw familiar spirits choke her. She even testified that Satan tried to win her soul away.
But we know all of this.
Aye, sir. But she swears that her friends are lying now, and that she never saw no spirits.
Excellency, this goes to the heart of the matter. This child claims the girls are not truthful. And if they're not,
A deposition, Mr. Proctor.
I fear I should...
Mr. Paris, I beg you be silent! Hale, go to the children and bring them here. Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you?
No, sir.
Has he not threatened you?
No, sir.
So then you will tell me that you sat in my court, callously lying, when you knew that people would hang by your evidence? Answer me!
I did, sir.
How were you instructed? Do you know that God damns all liars? Or is it now that you lie?
No, sir. I'm with God now.
You're with God now?
I, sir.
I will tell you this. You are either lying now, or you are lying in court. Either case, you have committed perjury and you will go to jail for it. You cannot lightly say that you lied, Mary.
I cannot lie no more. I'm with God now. I'm with God now.
Sit you down, children. Your friend Mary Warren claims that she never saw no spirits, nor any manifest of the devil. She claims that none of you have seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law. It may be that Mary Warren has been conquered by Satan to distract us from our sacred purpose. If so, her neck will break for it. But if she speak true, confess now, and it will go easy for you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth to this?
No, sir.
Will either of you change your positions now, or do you force me to hard question?
I have not changed, sir. She lies.
And you would go on with this?
I, sir.
A doll was discovered in Mr. Proctor's house, stabbed by a needle. Mary Warren claims that you sat beside her in court while she made it, and that you saw how she herself stuck the needle into it for safekeeping. What say you to that?
This is a lie. Sir.
While you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you see any dolls in that house?
Goody Proctor always kept dolls.
Your Honor, my wife never kept no dolls. Mary Warren confesses it was her doll.
Why could there be no dolls kept here, where no one saw them?
Well, there might as well be a dragon with 5 wings in my house then.
We are here, Your Honor, precisely to discover what no one has seen.
Your Honor, what profit this girl to turn herself about? What may she gain by hard questioning and words?
You are charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous cool plot to murder! Do you understand that?
I do, sir. I believe she means to murder.
This child would murder your wife?
It is not a child! Now hear me, sir. In the sight of the congregation, she would twice put out this year for laughter during prayer.
What is this? Laughter during prayer?
Sir,
Now, Mary, tell the governor how you danced in the woods.
Excellency, since I came to tell him the
In a moment, sir! What is this dance?
Mr. Proctor,
Abigail leads the girls to the woods, Your Honor, and they have danced there, naked.
This is a...
Mr. Paris discovered them himself in the dead of the night. There's the child she is.
Mr. Paris, how do you plead?
I can only say, sir, that I never found any of them dancing naked. And
But you discovered them dancing in the woods!
Your Honor, when I first arrived, Mr. Curris told me that.
Mary Warren, you say you never saw no spirits, and yet, when people accused of witchcraft confronted you would faint.
that were pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not?
I saw that many a time.
She were only pretending, Your Honor. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Then can she pretend now?
Why not? Let her pretend. Pretend you are attacked and faint. Faint!
Faint?
Aye, faint. To prove all those times in court.
I cannot faint now, sir.
I cannot pretend it.
I have no sense of it now. I cannot do it.
Then you will confess it. It were the attacking spirits that made you faint.
No, sir. I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits.
Thought you saw them?
But I did not, Your Honor. I heard the other girls screaming and you, Your Honor, you seemed to believe it.
Abigail, search your heart and tell me. Is it possible that the spirits you saw were only an illusion?
Why, this is a base question, sir. I have been hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murder every day because I done my duty, pointing the devil's people out. And this is
have known her, sir. I have known her.
Mr. Proctor, you an adulterer? In what place? In what time?
In the proper place where my beasts are bedded, on the last night of my joy, some 8 months past. I beg you, sir, see her for what she is. My dear wife took this girl and put her out of the high road. Excellency, forgive me. But now she thinks to dance on my wife's grave? It's a whore's vengeance. You must see it now, sir.
And you deny every scrap of this?
If I must answer this, then I will leave, and I will not come back.
I have made a vow of my honor, of my good name. You will believe me, Mr. Danforth. My wife is innocent, except she knew a whore when she saw one.
What look do you give me? I will not have such looks.
You will remain where you are. Paris, go to the court and bring Willie Proctor here. Bring her here and tell her one word of what we have said. Mr. Proctor, you say your wife is an honest woman.
In her life, sir, she has never lied.
And when she put this girl out, she put her out for a whore.
Aye, sir.
Good then. And if she tell me, child, that this is true, may God spread his mercy on you. Turn your back. Turn your back. Come here, woman. Look at me only and not at your husband.
Good, sir.
We are given to understand that at one point you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
Now, for what cause did you dismiss her? You will look at me only and not at your husband. Why did you dismiss Abigail Williams?
She dissatisfied me and my husband.
In what way dissatisfied you?
She...
Look at me!
Your Honor, I was long time sick and My husband is a good and righteous man. He's never drunk as some are, nor wasting his time, but always at work. But in my sickness, you see, sir, I was a long time sick. I thought I saw my husband turning from me. And this
Look at me!
I, sir, but Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her. And so one night I lost my mind, I think, and I put her out on the high road.
Your husband, did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man.
Then did he not turn from you?
He...
Look at me. To your knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of adultery? Answer my question, is your husband an adulterer?
No, sir.
Elizabeth, tell the truth!
She has spoken, remove her.
I have confessed it!
Oh, dear God!
She only thought to say my name.
I believe that this girl has always struck me as false.
You will not! You will not!
Well, why do you...
It's a going to hang around that!
Where?
Why?
damn right, Mary.
What do you say? I cannot hear you. You will confess yourself or hang!
Cast the devil out, Mary. Trample him and we'll save you.
Look out!
Tell the governor! Mary!
You're the devil's man!
Praise God!
Praise God!
Mary! No!
I'll not hang with you. I love God.
Neither you do the devil's work.
He accompanied me by night to sign.
The devil's book?
Mr. Hale!
His fingers crawling my neck.
Your Honor, this child has gone wild!
Mary!
No, I'll go your way no more. I love God. Abby, I'll hurt you no more.
What are you? You are combined